email?
Take a long time.
Well, I need to let me do 2 of these hour lines.
Oh, I think you email them. I don't know if that would be.
Well, my bad, they would add more images at once.
Okay.
But
That's all right.
we got about 6 or 7 here.
That works.
Did she say she
Need one more.
Have we heard anything from any of them?
I laid a phone down somewhere.
Do we need a quorum to
There we go.
have a meeting or just to vote?
Just about.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
thank you. The table.
Oh, perfect.
Are you okay for me to start?
Yeah, Art's right behind me.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Then I'll wait a
If you just
minute.
want to hang, he's literally like 10 steps behind me.
Okay. I like your bunny earrings.
Thank you. I am one of like 100 people who were after prom and everyone got sick.
Aww. It looked like a good time.
It was fun.
Yeah, it did look like it.
I mean, I gotta be honest, like my body tells me that 3 a.m. is not, like yesterday I wasn't sure if it was just 3 a.m. that was like hurting me or like if I was like in a death trap, right? Like,
Well, your daughter was at my house yesterday, so hopefully.
do what?
I said your daughter was over at my house yesterday with Desi, so.
Well, it's not COVID, so I do know that. So I've been to the doctor and says it's just viral, so we're at least good there. No strep, no flu. Just trying to be precautious so I don't share my germs with other people.
Right.
We'll go ahead and start the meeting. I'm gonna call the meeting to order. It's 4:02. I think Art should be here shortly, and we're not sure about Bethany, but we've got quorum, so we'll go ahead and start. The first thing on the agenda is the minutes from the March meeting. Did anyone have any? Hey, Art.
Ladies. Sir, how are you? Good.
Um,
Are you gonna go with $2 million for the park?
If I find 2 million, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I've been looking for it for a long time, and I found it. I think I'll overrun it.
does anyone have any thoughts or corrections on minutes?
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
I'm sorry, did you second? Okay. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. The next is the claims, March 2025 claims. Apologies. It's okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept the March claims as presented.
Second.
Thank you.
Yes.
All in favor of approving the March claims, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. So we can move to the 2211 and the 25039 balances. Anybody have any comments on those?
Make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Somebody seconded.
All right.
All in favor of approving both balances, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, so we can move on to updates.
On the updates, the first one is the suspension and removal policy. Our last meeting, I was asked to find some general ideas of, or I guess, time of suspension. There's just not a whole lot out there. But what I did find, I sent this over to city attorney as well as police chief O'Brien and assistant chief Watson. Both chiefs thought that this looked good as far as what I came up with. So if you guys are good with this, I believe, Chris, you're good with it as well.
Yes, sir.
So I guess we just need to vote and approve on this, or if you guys have other ideas, then we can add, change, edit.
I'm just glad you came up with sort of at least guidelines.
Right. And, and it can be, 30 days to permanent. It just
Right.
depends on how in-depth the scenario is.
It's kind of good to have guidelines, but it's good to still have some flexibility.
And like I said, there's, and Chris can tell you, there's not a whole lot out there as far as this stuff. So it took talking to several different ones from different park areas to get, just a little bit of information from them. So.
Okay. Anybody have
And you
any-
guys have a hard copy in front of you if you need it.
I'll make a motion that we accept the suspension and removal policy as presented.
Do I have a second or other discussion?
A second.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the suspension guidelines, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Is there a way, like, at the end of the year, we can, like, get kind of like a recap of, like, how many times this was ever used, if any?
So I can also give you a recap of how many times the police have even been to one of our facilities. So,
That'd be
I just
great.
think that a lot of times we, like people, like, put stuff on the books and then it never gets touched, right? So if it's something that, like, we use often, just have an update on it. Okay.
next one is the B&C Electrics on the soccer lights project. So all the soccer field lights are up and running. We were having some issues with the timer. Carrie and I met B&C Electric out there last week. I believe it was Friday. And we've now have the timer set. It's working properly. It was coming on late at night.
I was gonna say, I was by there like midnight, and I was like, what? It was like pouring rain. I'm thinking, like, what are they doing?
Yeah, so now they are set. So they're actually on a photo eye. So if it's daylight out and the timer says, okay, it's time to come on, they're still not gonna come on. The photo eye will actually override the timer. But so now I think they're set from like 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for right now. If we need to adjust it, Carrie and I both know how to do it. It's pretty simple to adjust. We just unlock the box, get in there and adjust it. But we can also turn them on manually if we want. So if we're at an event, say like July 4th, and the event's over with, and we want to light the entire park up to make sure it's safe for everyone to get out of, it's very simple to go over and hit the button and turn the lights on. So, very pleased with the outcome on that. So any questions on the lighting project? And you will notice that's one of the bigger expenses out of the 2211.
Have you got a final number on the kids that participated in soccer?
Your final number? It was 456.
456.
The short straw was 513, but I knew that was everybody, so. Yeah. That's what we had on the rec desk, I should say.
I actually
Were
to
there
go back
paper
to the
people? Were there paper people?
Paper, like bringing in papers.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. We said like a rec desk, so I didn't know.
We
if,
put
like,
all of the paper ones onto rec desk.
okay.
Yes.
So Kendra, to backtrack, I actually have 2024 results from the police department. I'll email that all out to you guys. Incidents, we have none,
Good.
which leads us into program and league updates. Ally?
Our candle making class was on March 27th. It was a great turnout at Oma and Opa's. We had 10. If you have not went into Oma and Opa's, you have to. It's super cute and it smells really good. Next up, we have our 2025 spring soccer. We had around about 456 kiddos sign up. The games were supposed to start tonight, but the weather prevented that. But they do start this week. Kids Fest was this past Saturday, and Carrie sat up at the middle school from 10 to 1. Did you take the groomer, right?
Took the groomer and put the snowplow up.
Yep.
Let the kids sign the snowplow, which I sent pictures to, Janice here, so she'll post them.
Cute.
Next up, we have the annual Easter egg hunt, and that's going to be April 19th at Geyser Park. At 9 a.m., we'll start up the pictures with the Easter Bunny, and Mighty Mini Donut Truck will be there. 10 a.m. is when the Easter egg hunt starts. Next up, we have the Arbor Day event, and that's April 24th at 6 p.m. at Brooklyn Pizza in Harmony Park. There will be bingo, prizes, coloring contest, crafts, and then there will also be food specials that night. And then something that we did not put on there, something else that we do is Girls Inc. We go every year and we present them with trees from DNR in Bologna, and they gift us 100 trees, and then we just do an information on Arbor Day and about the specific tree they're getting. Next up, we have Co-Ed Dodgeball Tournament. That will be April 26th at 11 a.m. at Girls Inc., and we have 6 teams signed up. Spring Softball League signups are open. It's $400 registration fee for up to 12 players, and it will be on Wednesdays at Geyser Park. Summer Volleyball League signups are open. We will start the week of 6/3, so June 3rd. It's $185 per team, $15 per player. Currently, we have 8 teams signed up. Summer Pickleball League, there is 2 leagues. The cost is $100 per 4-player team, and then an additional player is $25. The 2 leagues are beginners, and they will be on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. on June 3rd is when it starts, And then the intermediate league will be on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and they'll start June 4th.
Any questions on any of the programs or league updates?
Oh, I'm sorry. And then something that we do not have on there is the Fearlessly Brave 5K Woods Warrior Run. That'll be Friday, June 13th at Freeman Field. Pre-registration, it's $30 to sign up, and then at the race line, it is $35. That evening, registration will open up at 8 p.m. and then the race starts at 9 p.m.
And this is a run and walk event.
Yes.
Is that for the benefit of any particular charity, or where does the money go?
The money will go to
Our 2211, basically.
Okay, back to the
Yep,
park.
it's like another event that we
Okay.
would have.
But it's an evening run.
yes.
It is.
Is this in place of like the Strawberry Moon one we did one year?
Yes.
Okay.
This time we will be passing out headlamps as well.
Mhm.
And then we have bought lanterns
To light up the
to
trails a
light
little
up the
better.
trail a little bit better. So, you
Yeah,
know.
like Jason or Freddy in the woods, or?
I was saying they won't be in there.
Yeah, you don't know who you're going to get in there.
Yeah. So,
But we thought it was perfect that it was Friday the 13th.
I
doing
like
at
it.
nighttime.
All right, now any questions on program or league updates? Okay, moving on to reservation request. Emily?
I have 3. Would you like me to go through all of them and then vote at the end, or do you want to vote on them individually?
Are they all, no, let's do individually, because I think we have some nonprofits that we're probably gonna vote on not charging.
All right, so my first one is WJAA. Becky Shepman has requested to reserve Crossroads on August 9th for their annual bus stock. They would like to have it from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. All of the paperwork has been submitted, their certificate of insurance has been submitted, and they do this every year, so.
There is one problem with their certificate of insurance,
Okay.
lower left-hand corner. It's made out to the 4-H fair, not the city of Seymour.
Okay.
Good
Good
catch.
catch.
You'd be surprised at how many people try to like swing those through at the Oktoberfest. Like they don't think you pay attention to that, and they submit it because it costs some of the smaller people every time they get one.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, I don't know if this also says 2024 fair booth on it, right above where you.
Yeah, somebody didn't go through at Beatty's and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't change it out in
Either
the last
cut
one they
paste
sent
or-
out, probably.
Am I wrong? I was thinking bus stock was usually more than one day. Is it usually only one day? Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion. We accept Becky Shepman's request to use Crossroads for bus stock on August 9th.
Second.
And they are a for-profit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all in favor of allowing, bus stock, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
I will get that fixed. Okay, the next one is Jackson County United Way. Emily Engel King reached out for Day of Caring. They would like it May 13th from 7:15 to 9:30 a.m. It's their kickoff event for the Day of Caring. They've also submitted all the correct forms. 13th of May.
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the use of Crossroads for Day of Caring on May 13th.
Second.
All in favor of allowing the United Way to use the park for Day of Caring, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, and last one, Jackson County Chamber would like to use Crossroads for their chamber picnics. Wednesdays in May, June, July, and August from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And they have also submitted the correct forms.
Do any of those, I mean, don't you guys usually have, or isn't there a lot of times exercise classes during the day? Do any of these clash?
No, exercise is usually prior to.
And it's in the community center. Very rarely do they go outside, especially when it's in the hot summer months. It's
I
normally in the
thought-
fall time or spring.
I mean, that makes sense. I thought I remember there being a class at Crossroads, but,
Just
okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve the use of Jackson County Chamber of the dates for their picnics in June, July, and August.
Thank you. And May,
In
just so you know.
May.
I have a motion. Does anybody have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of allowing the chamber to do their picnics at Crossroads this summer, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
All right, that's all on the reservations. Miscellaneous, we have City Attorney Chris Engelking with us this evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Hope y'all are doing well. I received late last week an email from an environmental consulting firm. Sorry, Art, I don't mean to cut you off there. Up in
Okay.
Indianapolis, they are doing some groundwater well monitoring at the request, sort of strongly worded demand from IDEM to do some monitoring of a well. 2 wells located in the city cemetery. They've been doing some monitoring at a local gas station at 9th and Ewing, and it's come to their attention that there are some groundwater reservoirs or wells located on city property. And they sent over an access agreement wanting essentially permission to access the city cemetery property. The agreement includes proof of insurance that this environmental consulting firm is in fact insured. It indemnifies the city should any incidents occur. It verifies that the work is non-invasive in nature, so no boring, no drilling. It's just lifting up a well cap and dropping their monitoring tools into the groundwater. I don't have an answer on how frequently the site will need to be accessed or the duration of the testing. This agreement does require the consulting firm to notify the city 5 days in advance, at least 5 days in advance prior to accessing our property. And that's basically the crux of the access agreement. I just wanted to come and ask for y'all's permission to sign this on behalf of the Parks Department.
Do we need to vote on that, or can we just give her an okay?
I'll take a vote. That way it's
Okay.
official.
I'll make a motion that we move forward with the environmental groundwater agreement with IDEM that Chris has presented.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of Chris signing this approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Just out of curiosity, what's the worst case scenario? Plug it?
Well, their concern is some leaching of petroleum products at that gas station out of their storage tanks and into groundwater, potentially. That's what they're monitoring for. In terms of how to mitigate that or remediate that damage, I have
So it's not us causing problems
correct.
for other
It
people,
has
it's
nothing
someone
to
else
do
with
with
us.
city
Okay.
activity. It's all activity that's occurred on private property, but could be impacting their surrounding area. But hopefully, they are planning on accessing beginning early summer. How long it goes, I'm not sure, but
So Chris, will you be the contact person?
I can put your contact information there. It's entirely up to you. I've been emailing back and forth with this firm, so I'm fine with receiving
Okay.
it.
I mean, if you're fine with it, I mean, I'm totally, I just want to make sure we knew who was the contact in case.
Yep, and I'll give you a heads up too when I receive notice.
And I'm sure this company's got some kind of logo on their vehicle or on their clothes. It's not just gonna be some plain clothes person.
Correct. They do
digging-
have
doing some- okay.
company trucks with their logo, and they have amber hazard flashers. I did ask about road closures. They said they won't need any barricades. They won't need anything from Parks or DPW or anything like that. They seem to be pretty self-sufficient.
Okay.
And are these wells anywhere near plots? I mean, is that gonna be an issue? Avoiding plots? I looked at your map, but I didn't look at it very closely.
Yeah, the map I have unfortunately just shows the wells, and I don't have a map of the plot map. I suppose Voss might have it to sort of do some kind of overlay,
We have it.
but,
Wait,
oh, you do?
Tracy has
Okay.
in her office.
Not the big one, but we have something
I
small.
mean, if we know what sections it's in, does it say any type, like section A or B or anything like that?
It's just,
It's just plotted on here.
P8, P9. I think all of the markings are related to environmental engineering things and don't necessarily.
Well, there's P8, but these are the ones that are circles. Yeah, it's not very far from 9.
The only kind of assurance or comfort that I take from them doing this sort of thing in a cemetery is they're not actually boring. There's already an existing underground
removing the cover,
reservoir
dropping
with a
into the
cover
well
on
and putting
it.
the cover
Yeah,
back, basically.
if they were going around going zip, zip, zip into the
Right.
ground, I would get a little nervous.
Right.
But I guess they'll let us know if they come across anything.
I was just curious, I was looking at your thing earlier, and it says that you can return it and say, no, they're not allowed. What do they do if we tell them they can't check our water?
Well, I have not personally told IDEM or a company operating at the direction of IDEM no, but I know other people who have, and IDEM has urged them to reconsider their position.
I see.
So I appreciate you not putting me in that spot. So, thank you. Any other questions or, and I can keep you all updated as changes occur. So.
We appreciate it.
All right, you bet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, another miscellaneous item. Kat Hardwick is here to discuss her summer water aerobics.
Hello
Hello, everyone. Good to see you. I just wanted to come in today to give you a little bit of conversation surrounding water aerobics. Would it be our 4th summer potentially doing that? So to back up a little bit, the first summer I started doing water aerobics, I was approached by Stacy Finley, who's obviously not here anymore, but when initially approached, again, I was sought out and asked to teach this as a service for the city. It wasn't intended to be any kind of money-making project. It was more like a community service, and I was asked to keep my cost at $5 to keep in line with all of that. Since then, things have kind of shifted and changed every year, even when Stacy was here the following season. And let me backtrack again. The first year, I was even offered a small stipend if the rain or weather canceled our classes. So, because for reference, this is my job. It's not just something I do for extra. It is my only source of income. So I do have to take into consideration, make my budget, for my classes, that if I go teach elsewhere, I'm canceling a class that is normally happening at my studio during that time. So if weather cancellation happens, then, I'm making no money. So again, all of that was first year, but from then there's been no stipend any year since then, which it's been okay. I went ahead and taught, but it's kind of increased consistently every year as wanting to now have money per person. Like, instead of, oh, I won't be paying anything per person, I will just take the income as long as I keep the price low. The next year it was, we want you to pay at least $1.50 per person. Last year it was asked to pay $2 per person, but I think we just didn't follow up on it because it was so last minute, and we just went ahead and kept it at $1.50. So now I'm coming in kind of here before we get started to propose, and these are my thoughts, and I'm open to talking about it. I guess my question in terms of my proposal would be, is this something, again, that is about making money for the city, or is this more of a community service? Because for me, I think my thought process would be maybe the first 1 to 15 people in attendance, I could pay $1 per person, which would take us to $15, which would cover like the cost of a lifeguard, which to my understanding is already there anyway for lap swim. That's my understanding, and that's how it's been. And then my proposal is that we either cap it at 15 there, or if we get up to 30 or more people, then we do another 15 beyond, like $1 per person beyond, to pay for the cost of an additional lifeguard. So that's kind of what I'm asking. I'm willing to talk about it. But again, I think my question is, and what I want to sort of gather the thoughts of, is this intended to make money for the city, or is this still more of a community service to promote health and wellness? Because I know there are, a couple other programs like that at the community center, which I think is part of this board's.
So we do have, for instance, Zumba. It is
Yeah.
grant funded.
Right, but she doesn't pay any kind of money to the
Correct.
community center
So
for her.
Right. So my feeling on it is, we promote health and wellness. So I think that's something we need to look at as far as a board, let's keep it. And I
Like
think that's the
uniform.
reason
I guess I'm
asked
just
Kat
asking it to
come
be
in and talk
uniform,
to us.
maybe, if it's,
Right, because
if
there's
that's
been
the
so
thought.
much that's changed, like she said, in the last few years. I would like to get something set in stone to where she's not in question, we're not in question. If we're gonna make this free to the community, that I'm perfectly fine with that. But yet, she's gotta be able to, if she's gonna charge the $5 a person, then that's what she's gonna be making. We wouldn't be getting any of that, which, again, I'm totally fine with that. It's just, we need something set to where she knows,
What's
come wintertime, come summertime, this is the standard, this is what I can go with. So that's the reason I asked her to come in and speak with us.
And like I said, the weather can really wreak havoc on the whole thing as well, because then if I take it into consideration, I factor in the business aspect for me. If it's a bad weather summer, I'm just potentially putting myself out there to lose money on my end. So that's just another thought to consider, with that. But we like it. I like doing it. And, I think we generally, especially in June, as long as weather's good, we start out with a great month of June. July can be hit and miss, but so.
For me, I think it's about community, like hands down. When I see, like sometimes there's I mean, it's gobs of people that you wouldn't see playing pickleball. These are not people that you're going to see using other resources that have trouble getting into the pool, getting out of the pool. And if that's a way to get them moving that they wouldn't be able to, absolutely, for me, it's about community and health and wellness without the cost. Like if we could find a way that it was free for people, I'd love that too.
Right.
Right? Like I think that would be phenomenal. I mean, obviously she's got to be paid.
Yeah.
Right? But like I would love to be able to say that some people don't have $5.
Yeah.
That's an extra $20 a month that some people don't have.
Yeah.
Right? But I definitely, when you see the people that come in and are there faithfully, it's making a difference. It's movement they wouldn't usually have.
Yeah, and there are quite a few that, like, to your point, that don't come, work out with me otherwise because that's really all they can do. And because the pool provides, the nice walk-in steps, they can make it happen very easily. They can come in and, I have a couple people that are wheelchair bound that come in and do it. So, yeah.
So when we originally started, was it $5?
Yeah.
So is that,
I mean, I'm
Are
open
you
to
still-
I'm open to setting it at $5 if it's just saying I'll just that's it and I don't need to pay anything for for the utilization of the pool, because that was the initial agreed upon, and I was okay.
that's what I thought,
Yeah,
that was the initial back.
I was okay with that. Like I said,
2020
because
or-
at the end of the day, it was like I'm on board for offering a community service as well, but I do have to think about my business and know that I'm getting getting paid a little bit for the service. But
I feel like the $5 agreement is fine.
Yeah.
Right? Like that she just gets the $5. The pool's already open. It's not like, they're having to like hire anybody or do anything different, go open it up or close it. It's during a time that they're already there doing lap swim. They already have lifeguards there.
Yeah, I mean, we're already paying lifeguards anyway,
So for me, it's,
yeah, and that's how it was presented originally too, that it was during lap swim time. So yeah, again, that was already something where the pool was open and lifeguards were being paid. So
is that a motion?
I'll make a motion that we leave
Sorry, Monica.
Kat's agreement at $5, flat fee, that she keeps it as a community, option for people to get healthy and moving.
Thank you.
Second,
Thank you.
okay,
Any more discussion?
Does that make you happy?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love that because, like I said, as long as I know that.
And I think
I'm-
we've been trying to do this for the last
Yeah,
couple
just get
years.
something,
Yeah.
like just something where it's set, and then that, like I said, then I can at least know if I do have weather cancellations, again, at least I know on those other days, whatever income comes in, I can, I'm making it, and that's it, and we can just hope for good weather.
Kat,
and good
if you
turnout.
ever hear of someone that absolutely just cannot afford it, let us know.
Yeah,
We do
okay,
have
great.
some, what we call scholarship funding.
Okay,
I
Oh,
don't
that's
want to
awesome.
see no one not come just because they don't have the funding to do so.
Okay,
I'm not saying that we
perfect.
can do it every, all
Yeah.
of them or every class that you have, but if
No, that's
we could
great.
get them once a month or once every other week or
Okay.
something like that, let Tracy or Emily or
Okay.
myself or
I
Ally
try
know.
to I have something called the Empowerment Fund at my studio, so I reach out to the community like for donations because that's how I fund my work with DSI clients and other
Oh,
disabled
cool.
adults. And then I do have like some people that come to my studio, like seniors or some low income individuals that sometimes, or like some of my regulars that might fall in hard times. So like I can draw from that to like pay for a month of their fitness or something like that. But because I'm obviously not a nonprofit, I can't personally get grant funding, but I can be awarded grant funding from other nonprofit services. So
Yeah, if you
I
come
know.
across that, let us know.
Yeah. Great. Okay. I appreciate your time. And, if you all have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
Kat.
you.
There's a
Thank you.
motion on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, the
all in
first and the
favor?
second.
I thought Art seconded.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, bet y'all have.
So we have to vote.
Okay.
I'm just like, bye-bye.
Well, you can go away. We can vote without you. All in favor of approving Kendra's motion, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks now. Any other miscellaneous? There's no other audience miscellaneous from the board?
I don't think so.
Miscellaneous from parties? All right, I'll
Do you
turn it
have
over.
summer intern or summer workers, seasonal laborers for summer? For
We
the
do.
park?
Carrie has how many? For your tournaments?
10.
We've got 10 part-timers that come in and work the ball tournaments. We're still in the process of filling one open position, which was Willie Reinhardt's. He retired, but he did come back
I was gonna
back
say.
working part-time for us.
Okay.
And we're hoping to have the other position filled at least by the 1st of May.
It's a full-time, right?
Yeah, it's a full-time position.
If there are no other questions, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We will see you May 12th at 4 o'clock.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.